Learn English through story. The Whispered Secret. In the vibrant city of Verona, where the streets echoed with laughter and love, lived Elena, a talented young artist known for her breathtaking landscapes. At just 30, she had made a name for herself in the local art scene, often showcasing her work in galleries filled with admirers. However, beneath her confident exterior lay a deep well of insecurities and secrets that plagued her heart. Elena had always been drawn to the beauty of life via the colors of the sunset, the soft rustle of leaves in the breeze, and the whispers of lovers in the park. But there was one whisper that haunted her, a secret she had buried deep within her heart. Years ago, she had fallen in love with a man named Marco, a passionate musician with dreams of performing on grand stages. Their love had been intoxicating, filled with moments of magic and joy. Yet, it was also filled with tumult and unspoken fears. Their relationship had been a whirlwind romance, but as time passed, Elena felt the weight of her insecurities push them apart. Marco had dreams that seemed too grand for their small town life, and she was left wondering if she could ever be enough for him. Fearful of losing him, she made a fateful decision to end their relationship quietly, hoping it would spare them both the pain of an inevitable separation. But instead, it left her heart shattered, haunted by what could have been. Years slipped by, and Elena threw herself into her art, using it as an escape from her emotional turmoil. She painted vibrant canvases filled with life and joy, masking the emptiness that lay within. But every time she heard a guitar strum or saw a musician play, memories of Marco came flooding back, filling her with longing and regret. The whispered secret of their love lingered like a ghost in her mind. One rainy evening, while preparing for her latest exhibition, Elena received an unexpected message. It was from Marco. Her heart raced as she read his words, filled with excitement and apprehension. "Elena, I'll be in town for a few days. I'd love to see you. Can we meet?" The message stirred a mix of emotions within her: joy, fear, and a tinge of guilt. What would she say to him after all these years? What if he had moved on? Yet, the thought of seeing him again was intoxicating. After much deliberation, she replied, her heart pounding, "Yes. Let's meet." They arranged to meet at a cozy cafe copyright on the edge of the river, a place filled with memories of laughter and love. As the day approached, Elena found herself both excited and anxious. Would the years apart have changed their connection? As she dressed for their meeting, she chose a simple yet elegant dress, hoping to look like the confident woman she had become. The cafe copyright was warm and inviting, filled with the scent of freshly brewed coffee and baked goods. When she arrived, her heart raced as she spotted Marco sitting at a corner table, his presence as magnetic as ever. He had matured, his features sharper and his demeanor more assured. Yet, when their eyes met, she felt that familiar spark, igniting memories of their shared past. "Elena," he said, standing up with a smile that sent her heart fluttering, "you look beautiful." "Thank you, Marco. It's so good to see you," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper. They settled into conversation, and the hours melted away as they reminisced about their shared memories, the late night walks, the music they had listened to, and the dreams they once shared. Marco spoke passionately about his journey as a musician, recounting stories of touring and performing in various cities. His eyes sparkled with enthusiasm, and Elena couldn't help but feel the warmth of his presence enveloping her. But amidst the laughter and shared memories, An undercurrent of tension hung in the air. Elena could sense the weight of unspoken words between them, a lingering question that neither dared to voice. After a few cups of coffee, the conversation took a more serious turn. "Why did you end things, Elena?" Marco asked suddenly, his tone shifting. The question hung in the air, heavy with emotion. "I never understood what happened." Elena's heart sank. She had rehearsed her response a million times in her mind, but now, faced with his piercing gaze, she felt vulnerable. "I was scared," she finally admitted, her voice trembling. "Scared that I wouldn't be enough for you, scared of the path you were taking. I thought I thought it was best to let you go." Marco's expression softened, and he leaned in closer. "You were everything I ever wanted, Elena. I thought you believed in me, in us." Tears pricked at the corners of her eyes. "I was afraid, Marco, afraid of losing you, afraid of not being what you needed." A silence enveloped them, filled with the weight of their unspoken past. Then Marco reached across the table, taking her hand in his. "I never wanted you to feel that way. I always believed we could have made it work." Elena felt a rush of emotions wash over her, a blend of regret, longing, and an overwhelming sense of connection. "I know that now. But the past is the past. We can't change it," she replied softly. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the Cafe Tilde copyright, Marco looked deeply into her eyes. "Maybe we can't change the past, but we can explore the future. I still care about you, Elena." "I never stopped." The words hung in the air like a promise, igniting a flicker of hope in Elena's heart. They spent the evening wrapped in conversation, laughter, and the sweet reminiscence of their love. With every shared story and every gentle touch, the bond they once had began to resurface, igniting a longing she thought had been buried forever. Over the next few days, Elena and Marco explored the city together, rekindling their connection with every moment. They visited art galleries, attended a local music festival, and spent evenings reminiscing under the stars. It felt as though the years apart had vanished, leaving only the vibrant essence of their shared history. But with every joyful moment came the reminder of the whispered secret that lay beneath. Elena knew she had to confront her fears, to break free from the shackles of her past. One evening, as they strolled along the riverbank, the moon casting a silver glow over the water, she decided to take a leap of faith. "Marco," she began, her voice steady despite the fluttering in her chest. "There's something I need to tell you, something I've carried with me for too long." He turned to her, concern etched on his face. "What is it, Elena?" "I've never stopped loving you," she confessed, the words tumbling out in a rush. "I've been afraid of what that means, of what I might lose again. But I can't keep hiding it." Marco's eyes widened, and for a moment, silence enveloped them. Then he stepped closer, cupping her face in his hands. "You don't have to hide anymore. I love you too. I always have." Their lips met in a soft kiss, igniting a fire that had been smoldering for years. Elena felt the weight of her secret lift, replaced by a warmth that enveloped her heart. In that moment, she realized the power of vulnerability and honesty, the strength it took to confront the past and embrace the future. But as the days turned into weeks, reality began to seep into their idyllic bubble. Elena still had her commitments, her life in Verona, and the demands of her career. Marco, with his ambitions and dreams, was constantly on the move. They were two passionate souls caught in the whirlwind of life, and the thought of what the future might hold weighed heavily on her mind. One evening, as they sat in her studio surrounded by vibrant canvases, Elena broached the subject that had been weighing on her heart. "Marco, what happens next? I love you, but our lives are so different." He sighed, running a hand through his hair. "I know, I've been thinking about it too. I want to pursue my music, but I don't want to lose you again." Elena felt a pang of fear. "What if we can't make it work? What if you're meant for the world stage and I'm meant to stay here?" Marco turned to her, his expression earnest. "We'll find a way. I refuse to let our love slip away again. But we need to be honest about our dreams and fears." As they navigated the complexities of their relationship, they found solace in their shared vulnerability. They promised to communicate openly and support each other's dreams, no matter how far apart their paths might take them. But as time went on, the reality of their differing lifestyles began to create tension. Marco was busy with gigs and rehearsals, often traveling to different cities, while Elena poured herself into her art, preparing for an upcoming exhibition. Though they loved each other deeply, the distance began to feel like a chasm they couldn't bridge. The whispered secret of their love was once again overshadowed by unspoken fears of the future. One evening, after a particularly long week apart, Elena received a message from Marco. "I'm performing at a venue in Rome next week. I'd love for you to come." Elena felt a rush of excitement and anxiety. Rome was a beautiful city, filled with history and passion, but she also felt the weight of her responsibilities and the uncertainty of their relationship. Would attending his concert mean she was ready to commit fully? Would it deepen the chasm between them? As she stood in front of her easel, staring at a blank canvas, she couldn't shake the feeling of unease. Her mind raced with thoughts of Marco, their love, and the secret she had yet to share, the fear that she couldn't keep up with his dreams. When the day of the concert arrived, Elena made her way to Rome, her heart a tumultuous mix of excitement and apprehension. The venue was grand, filled with vibrant energy and eager fans. As she took her seat, she scanned the stage, searching for Marco. When he finally appeared, guitar in hand, the crowd erupted in applause, and her heart swelled with pride. As he played, the music filled the air, wrapping around her like a warm embrace. But as the notes danced through the auditorium, Elena felt a familiar sense of longing mixed with fear. She realized that while she loved Marco deeply, the thought of losing herself in his world was daunting. After the performance, they met backstage, and Marco pulled her into a passionate embrace. "You came. I was so worried you wouldn't." "I wouldn't miss it for the world," Elena replied, her heart racing as they shared a kiss filled with longing. As they walked through the bustling streets of Rome, the night sky illuminated by the stars above, Elena felt a sense of euphoria mixed with anxiety. They stopped at a small outdoor cafe tilde copyright, and as they shared a bottle of wine, Elena knew she had to speak her truth. "Marco, can we talk about us?" she began, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach. "Of course," he replied, concern etched on his face. "I love you," she said, searching his eyes for understanding. "But I'm scared. Scared that your dreams are bigger than us, that I won't be able to keep up." Marco took her hands, his gaze unwavering. "Elena, we're both chasing our dreams. But that doesn't mean we can't support each other. We just have to be honest about what we want." As they talked, the words flowed freely between them. They shared their fears and dreams, their hopes for the future. Marco spoke passionately about his aspirations, his desire to reach new heights as a musician. Elena listened intently, her heart aching with both pride and uncertainty. "I want to be with you, Elena, but I can't promise I won't be busy," Marco said softly. "And I don't want to hold you back," she replied, tears brimming in her eyes. "But I can't help feeling like I'm just a shadow in your life." "You are not a shadow, you are my light," Marco insisted, his voice firm. "Let's find a way to make this work. Let's not let fear dictate our love." In that moment, surrounded by the beauty of Rome and the glow of their love, Elena felt a shift within her. The whispered secret of their love transformed from a burden into a source of strength. They may have different paths, but they could walk alongside each other, supporting one another through the ups and downs of life. As the night drew to a close, they made a pact to face the future together. No matter the challenges that lay ahead, they would embrace the uncertainty and revel in the beauty of their shared journey. Back in Verona, Elena poured her heart into her art, infusing each brush stroke with the emotions that swirled within her. She channeled her love for Marco into her paintings, capturing the essence of their shared experiences and the whispered secrets of their hearts. Each piece became a testament to their love, a visual representation of their journey. In the months that followed, Elena and Marco navigated the complexities of their relationship with newfound strength. They communicated openly, making time for each other despite their busy lives. Marco would surprise her with visits, bringing music and laughter into her world, while Elena would cheer him on from the audience, her heart swelling with pride. Their love deepened, the whispered secrets evolving into a powerful bond that transcended distance and time. They learned to embrace the uncertainties of their lives, understanding that love was not about perfection but about connection, trust, and unwavering support. One evening, as they strolled along the riverbank in Verona, Marco took Elena's hand, intertwining their fingers. "I want you to know that you are my muse, Elena. You inspire me every day," he said, his voice filled with sincerity. Elena smiled, her heart swelling with joy. "And you inspire me, Marco." Together, we create something beautiful. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the city, Elena realized that the whispered secret of their love had transformed into a symphony of passion, hope, and trust. They were no longer shadows of their past but vibrant souls intertwined in a journey of love and dreams. In that moment, Elena understood that love was not merely a destination but a beautiful, chaotic journey filled with whispers, secrets, and the courage to face the unknown together. With Marco by her side, she felt ready to embrace whatever the future held, their love lighting the path ahead. And so, as the stars twinkled above, Elena whispered a secret to the night, the secret of love, resilience, and the beauty of vulnerability that had finally set her free. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.